Good evening and welcome to Justeventonline News at 9. I'm NELFUND Ismail and with me is
Rashidat Muraino.
The news headlines. Shettima hosts Islamic Development Bank delegates, says Nigeria ripe for investment.
Reps reject bill seeking rotational presidency.
Kwara Poly Mass Communication Department launches Ajantala film.
Federal government promises 20,000 affordable housing units.
No fraud uncovered in NELFUND, Minister reviews.
NOA wants COPS members against shortcuts to wealth.
Police deny airlifting food items to bandits.
UBEC plans new templates for basic school form disbursement.
Now the news in details. Vice President Kashim Shettima has said, with critical reforms in key sectors of the economy, Nigeria is ripe for investment. Shettima stated this on Tuesday when he hosted a delegation from the Islamic Development Bank at the presidential villa in Abuja. He said President Bola Tinubu's administration has addressed most of the grey areas that hitherto served as incentives to investors.
The House of Representatives on Tuesday rejected a constitutional amendment bill seeking to mandate the rotation of the office of the president and vice president among the 6 geopolitical zones. The bill was one of 7 proposed constitutional amendment lists for consideration during plenary session presided over the Deputy Speaker, Benjamin Kalu. Leading the opposition to the proposal was Deputy Minority Leader Aliyu Madaki, urged that the principle of equitable representation was already covered by the Federal Character Commission.
The Department of Mass Communication, Kwara State Polytechnic, Ilorin, has successfully launched the movie premiere of Ajantala, a film cast and produced by students of the department. The movie, directed by course lecturer Mr. Abbas Ibrahim and written by Qadri Ibrahim, showcases the talents of the students and highlights the department's commitment to practical training. The Commissioner for Tertiary Institution, Ajia Sadatu Modibo Kawu, represented by Mrs. Yaya, the Director of Research and Development, congratulated the department on the successful production. She encouraged the students to continue improving their skills and utilizing their talents. The rector of Kwara State Polytechnic, Engineer Dr. Abdul Jima, praised the students for their dedication and commitment to producing a high-quality film. He appreciated the lecturers for their hard work in mentoring the students. While speaking, the Oloro of Oro Kingdom, Oba Joel Olabi Oyatoye Olufayo II, commended the lecturers and school management for their efforts in teaching and mentoring their students.
In a world record, because if you can achieve this while you are still a student, then you can do better when you get to your feet. And it shows that you are a product of a state of harmony, where reviewed leaders, where review the people that are ready to take this country to the next level by the special grace of the Almighty God. Thank you so much. All the crew members, all the students, the staffs, the school management, and commend all your effort. Thank you so much for making us proud.
Also, Mr. Abbas Ibrahim, the course lecturer, highlighted the movie's themes, which aim to promote Yoruba culture and discriminations between the rich and poor in the society.
Yes, it has been an interesting, process. It's not easy bringing together various types of heads and referring to my students now. As a lecturer, a teacher of a technological institution, polytechnic like this, practicals is our watchword. We bring the gap between the girl and the town, and that is what we have demonstrated here. The film is produced by one of the students, the story is from one of the students and as directed by me. It's a virtual experience, seeing how we can introduce culture into our society. Most of these students, you see the way they really come to school, leggings and so all sort of dress. But what we have introduced now is culture. You can see me and dress. Most of my students are also dressed the same way. We wanted to see themselves wearing native and see the beauty of our culture. Who is actually portraying the ills in the society? There are always a gap between the rich and the poor. In our society today, we have seen how those in authorities have gotten to power through different forms of means, and when they get to the power, they want to recoup of what they have actually they've spent. You can see the storyline, how it portrays things in the society, how people find it difficult to survive as a result of leadership. Leadership is always a problem.
The event was well attended by notable dignitaries, including the SS Student Affairs, Abdul Salam Wasiu Onidugbe, the SSA on Communication, Abdul Latif Ibrahim, HOD of Kwara Polymass Communication, Mr. Fatiu Olongbebe, among others.
I'm impressed. It's a great opportunity to get into the way. I commend the professionality, the leadership of the students and everybody who participated in this project. The team, the movie, the storyline, the cinematography, and the acting of the crew. I must commend them for doing an excellent job. I also feel like this department is becoming like a known brand for the discovery of talent. The other day, Kwara released the winner of Best Actor in NELFUND. I want to believe it's not going to be seeing what I have experienced here. I believe this department is of course producing many award winning actors and actresses, even screenwriter, cinematographer. So when I get inside, when I saw the reaction of the students very much from the organization to the player to the setting to the team, to the central message. It's actually taught a lot of lessons, not to be great, not to conspire against the benefits of the people. That's a real blessing to be a leader. What the king and other chiefs, what the king and other chiefs have displayed in the movie, let us believe that for you to have chosen a leader, you have to choose a leader who is upright. It is very good. And it actually goes in tandem with the vision of His Excellency, the government of our state, from department and growth and development. Everything the political growth to Kwara, you see that we have Geography Part 2, which aligns with what is happening in the state here. And I look forward to partner with the last connection to the Polytechnic, Geography Part 2. It's ready for young minds, for young people to display their talent, to show their craft, and to tell the whole world that they have something that can definitely display for the people of Nigeria. And that is why the government has set matters aside not to allow our young people who have this craft, who have this passion for acting, for skills, for other stuff, that we need to craft creativity and empowerment. And I look forward to seeing people, students, that are going to come and partner with us.
The federal government has announced plans to deliver over 20,000 affordable housing units nationwide in the first phase of its renewed Hope Housing Program, with a large team target to scale the figure to hundreds of thousands. The initiatives also include urban renewal and slum upgrading programs already underway in 26 pilot locations across the country. President Bola Tinubu, represented by the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, disclosed this at the 65th anniversary of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, held in Abuja on Tuesday.
The Minister of Education, Dr. Tuji Alausa, on Wednesday, declared that there was no fraud uncovered in the student loan scheme. Alausa made this known at the end of a meeting held with the Vice Chancellors, officials of the National University Commissions, the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, and the Federal Ministry of Education. Alausa also described the statement put out by the Independent and Corrupt Practices Commission and the other related offences as incorrect.
The National Orientation Agency has charged members of the National Youth Service Corps posted to Ondo State to reject the lure of get-rich-quick schemes and instead dedicate themselves to principles of integrity, personal development, and national services. This appeal was made during a lecture titled "Avoid Temptation to Get Rich Quickly." The lecture was presented on behalf of the NOI State Director, Mr. James Adekunle, by the Assistant Director and the Head of Youth Engagement and Inclusion, Mr. Babatunde Akinde. He cautioned against pursuing words through dishonest and corrupt practices, warning that such paths only serve to undermine societal values and national unity.
The Nigeria Police Force has denied allegation that one of its helicopters was used to supply food items to bandits in Kogi State, describing the claim as false, misleading, and aimed at discrediting its operations. A statement issued by the Force Public Relations Officer, ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, clarified that the helicopter captured in a viral video was deployed for a legitimate security operation. He said the operation involved joint efforts by police personnel, local vigilantes, and hunters in an ongoing campaign against banditry, kidnapping, and other criminal activities in the region.
The Universal Basic Education Commission on Tuesday announced plans to introduce a new template for disbursing counterpart funds under the Universal Basic Education Program. This was disclosed by the Executive Secretary of the Commission, Aisha Gaba, during an interactive workshop with State Universal Basic Education boards in Abuja. Gaba explained that the federal government, through UBEC, has recently restructured the delivery of basic education nationwide to align with 4 strategic pillars aimed at improving access and quality across states and the Federal Capital Territory.
And that will be all on Justeventonline News at 9. Here is a recap of the story. Shettima hosts Islamic Development Bank delegates, says Nigeria ripe for investment.
Reps reject bill seeking rotational presidency.
Kwara Mass Communication Department launches Ajantala film.
Federal government promises 20,000 affordable housing units.
No fraud uncovered in NELFUND, Minister reviews.
NOA warns corps members against shortcuts to wealth.
Police deny airlifting food items to bandits.
UBEC plans new templates for basic school reforms disbursement.
Thank you for watching Just Event Online News. Value your today with a good thought of tomorrow and never let what comes your way today overwhelm you. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com, and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with a tap and Just Event Online. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I'm an infant Ismail, and with me,
Rashidat Muraino.
good night.